Oh, hey. I'm right now just working on just like a fan fiction of solo leveling that I've been writing. Here's my opinion. Here's just like some quick rundowns of my thoughts on this thing. It's just like, my thought is that there will be a bomb. It's just like my thoughts of my fan fiction is Sung Jin-woo has left. I've already written all that part. Sung Jin-woo has just left humanity because the rulers have taken over. They run the government now. That's in my fan fiction. And let's see. What should I do next? The rulers rule the government. Sung Jin-woo is with the other monarchs. And basically, I'm thinking about nukes. Okay, I'm sorry if that took so long. I haven't been working on that as a fan fiction, although that does sound pretty cool. And plus, why don't people just send nukes into dungeons? Like, I recently figured that out. It's on a different plane. Like, it doesn't seem like the explosion would happen. Like, they're just monsters that would be too powerful, but then why don't you just send them into lower ranking gates? What's wrong with a nuke? Like, I get why they wouldn't use a nuke when monsters escape, but like in a normal gate, just send the nuke in. That's just like a plot hole I found in the series, like without even thinking about it. Like I was thinking about a whole bunch of stuff and I thought, why don't they just send in a nuke? So let's get to the chapter. This is Solo Leveling chapter 145. We start off with Sung Jin-woo giving his best friend a healing potion, which isn't working because he's about at less than 10% health. You sons of bitches! Like, it's very hard to get, like, that asshole! And, like, oh, I love this chapter. Sung Jin-woo is just mad. We get to see pure anger in this guy's eyes. And plus, yeah, these guys don't speak Korean. Like, we're in America, not many people are going to speak Korean, so I just found that interesting. And Sung Jin-woo asks, you guys healer? And I just love it. Sung Jin-woo's panels are completely black with red highlights around the lettering, and it's just all terrifying. Like, I would shit myself if I was in these guys' place. And like, we get to see the main guy. I'm not even gonna pretend to say his name properly. I think it's Wang. I'm gonna say Wang. I'm probably wrong, but this guy, he says he's basically pissed off, and they both stand up to each other. Like, I've always known this guy was tall, and I thought he was considerably taller than Sung Jin-woo. That he is significantly taller, and Sung Jin-woo gives him a final warning. And his word bubble is all chaotic, and his letter and the highlighting around the letters red. He's just like, final warning. Heal. Like, that's how I can imagine this going down. Like he's so mad that he's about to snap. And like, this guy who, is the biggest fucking moron. Like, he says, I can't do anything without my boss telling me. Sung Jin-woo grabs his head, shutters his glasses, and I think just straight up kills him. Like, that's like my thoughts. He just, dead. Straight up dead. Just dead. Like, he just claws him and it just like throws him. Oh, shit. He does that and just, I think, just straight up kills the guy. And he asks the other guy, hey, you a fucking healer? And he's like, no, I'm not a healer. Sung Jin-woo's like, you're worthless then. Kills him, basically. And then he goes for the big guy, like the, and plus, I love this. I love this fucking guy because he it's explained later on. He knows he can't take on Sung Jin-woo, so he basically started this whole thing just to get Thomas to fight Sung Jin-woo. And I fucking love that. It's just like, yeah, this guy's gotten so powerful, I can't deal with him. Thomas, he can deal with him. And like, this guy, and my boy, he's so injured, he's like saying, he's trying to give like advice and some a leg up to Sung Jin-woo, and he's like, Sung Jin-woo's like, no, don't talk, don't waste your energy, just after I kick this guy's fucking ass. I'm swearing a lot in this, because this is a good fucking chapter. Next chapter is going to be fucking amazing, because it's the Savage Girls versus Sung Jin fucking Woo. I love this. It's just like, this is solo leveling. Distilled hype. And Sung Jin-woo, when this guy says, hey, you were the one to kill my brother and his teammates, and Sung Jin-woo says, no, I'm not answering that. You can ask him when you meet him again. Like, oh, Sung Jin-woo is just like badass. This guy goes in for a big punch, Sung Jin-woo dodges, and then just like kidney punches him. And he is pissed. I love this. He spits out blood, and it's nearly like a One Punch Man thing. And I'll be uploading a One Punch Man review tomorrow for the latest chapter, and then I'll probably be doing the webcomic chapters, which I'll be mentioning about One Punch Man. We get to meet Tsuruyo's sister, who we met in the webcomic, but a lot later, and damn, she good looking. She might be one of my top new waifus. Adding the stuff we know about her in the webcomic combined with her manga design, she adorable as fuck. And I love this. Like, Sung Jin-woo punches him so hard that he goes into a metal like casket. Sung Jin-woo is literally right, like, this guy is laying down, looks over there, Sung Jin-woo's right there, and he's like, I bet he's thinking, fuck, did I think this through completely? Goes into attack. Sung Jin-woo basically puts his head down and then lifts it up, just does this and this and this for probably a good few minutes, just. And then Thomas shows up and he says, enough. He's just like, he doesn't want this shit. He told this guy not to do anything. And he's like, I can't let you beat up my guy, and I don't want to fight you. And then he asked Dong-soo if he's still alive, and Sung Jin-woo says, for now, which I would have really. When I saw this part, I was thinking, is Dong-soo gonna go like, because, like a few weeks ago, I went paintballing with my friends, and for my friend Jack's birthday, and he basically took all of us on, and it was basically one against the whole group, which was there was like 8 of us against Jack, and we just kept shooting him. Eventually, at the end of that game, he was just laying down like, and we asked, Jack, you okay? And he went, that was his answer. I just thought about that moment when I saw it. I just would have loved that. We all cracked out laughing at that. It was fucking funny. And Thomas basically says, Sung Jin-woo, basically, if you let this guy go, there will be no problems, we'll forget all about this. But Sung Jin-woo, probably calm Sung Jin-woo would be like, yeah, you guys can forget about this, I'm not. But the way he is right now, you're basically just signing a beatdown. I don't think Sung Jin-woo is going to be able to, like, defeat Thomas. like in this fight that's coming up against the Savage Guild, but I don't think he's gonna die because I think that like Sung Jin-woo, like the only reason that the other guy the other national rank lost was that he was going up against 3 monarchs, and it seemed to be like a one-sided beatdown. I don't think he defeated any of the monarchs, but like it's definitely they took like 2-on-1, and it might have been they just wanted to take this guy out. I don't think Sung Jin-woo at his current level can just like straight up kill Thomas. Like I think the rulers might be slightly above it. Like maybe the rulers are like the servant, like are the servants to like God, and like Thomas is basically saying, I will stop you by force if you don't let my guy go. Sung Jin-woo says, fine, by me, and throws this bitch away. And this is where we get the explanation of his plan, basically being like, yeah, I'm not strong enough. Because like this guy, so that he defeated the S-class gate, and he's defeated 2 S-class gates, so he definitely has to be an S rank right now. He has to be a national rank by now, so he's like, yeah, Thomas is the guy you need. And like these guys, like darkness of Sung Jin-woo and the light of Thomas, plus we get like Thomas's backstory. I'll just get through Thomas's backstory. He was like an immigrant, but he looks very white American. Like, is he an immigrant from like Europe and all that, or like England or that type of stuff? Like when he was really young, like did his parents come from like Europe? Maybe his area was really had many gate breaches, and his family just left to America, who has pretty strong hunters. Or maybe it was maybe there was like a war in his country. I don't know. He's just an immigrant. That's all we get. But he was always like, he always had adversity, and he always went against it. He was always strong, and he got an awakening. So I'm saying that he was probably an S rank straight off the bat, and then he got like a reawakening, which is probably like the ruler's power that was given to him. So does Thomas know that it doesn't seem like the people with the ruler powers know that they have the power of the rulers, because the guy who got attacked by the 3 monarchs, he didn't know. He couldn't understand their language, and they were talking to the guy inside of him. So did they like go, like is there a ruler inside Thomas that's giving him a particular ruler? Like do like the rulers have like titles like the monarchs do, like the beginning, the destruction, the shadow monarchs? Like do they have like the holy ruler, the ruler of flames, the ruler of lightning, that type of stuff? Like maybe they're elemental, different to like the racial monarchs, like how Sung Jin-woo rules the dead, the beginning monarch rules the giants, and seemed like the destruction monarch rules the dragons. Or maybe like the elf monarch might be the monarch of wisdom. Like he rules over the elves. Like I don't know. Or maybe the beast monarch. I hope we get like another a demon monarch, and like another beginning monarch. And Thomas is basically a guy with extreme pride. I actually like that about him. Yeah, he could basically just step down, but he is not the type of guy to stand down. And I knew this about him. I feel like that's perfectly good characterization. Like, he is a guy who will not step down to anything. He hates being talked down to, and he just doesn't care. He doesn't take his pride being taken down. Plus, it's said that he's taking down everybody before him, and he basically just can't let anybody. And like, we get to see like all the Savage Guild. They're all decked out in like, I'm guessing top ranking armor, and I'm guessing that they're all the Savage Guild is probably like A's and B ranks. Maybe a whole bunch of S ranks. Maybe I'm probably saying that this is a lot. Maybe they have like 25 S ranks. Like, that is a theory. It's not mentioned how many S ranks they have, but Thomas is a pretty high rank. I wonder if the other S rank was, the other national rank was part of the Savage Guild, or was he just by himself like Sung Jin-woo is? I'm going real fast. But I wish I could just show this image. Like when Sung Jin-woo goes to punch Thomas, it sends him back. He blocks like this, and Thomas has a lot of tattoos. I just love his design. Like, he has like a. I wonder what his actual battle gear is going to be like. Like his proper armor, like his proper outfit for fighting. Like, this is probably just like his we've only seen of him in his casual gear, in his casual wearing, like a Hawaiian shirt and board pants. I wonder what his actual fighting gear is like. Like, Sung Jin-woo just fights normally, and he doesn't. Thomas seems like he's just a straight up brawler, unlike the Chinese guy, unlike the Chinese hunter. And I bet Thomas has always been like huge. Like, there's something. People have to mention how big this guy is, and everybody runs away. Like, Sung Jin-woo first up, he summons Egress and Kaisel, and then gets Egress to basically take him to a hospital, just to make sure that his best friend is not going to die. And probably he's going after this big fight with the Savage Guild. That's at the end of the chapter, and I wish I could show you like the image, cause like all these armored warriors, like, it looks amazing. Like, even the spellcasters are covered in armor. I just love it. I just really love this scene. Like, all the Savage Guild are covered in armor and glowing. Like, even the spellcasters. Thomas, like, seems to have, like, this dust coming off him. And then we get to see Sung Jin-woo with a black version of this, with a dark version, while Thomas's is light, which I find very interesting. That like Sung Jin-woo and the Monarch seem to be more darker in power, but the main villains of the series, the rulers, which I'm assuming are the main villains, have like light and seem more good, and plus they look like angels. So that's like a part of my theory that people will trust the rulers over the monsters. Like, the rulers will convince like everybody to believe that the monsters are just the bad guys, and pretty much it won't be changing much. Sung Jin-woo will probably join the Monarchs. And plus this image of all of Sung Jin-woo's summons, like, we get to see the giants, we get to see the knights, we get to see like Tusk, we get to see the orcs, we get to see like his Naga, we get to see Iron. Plus, Sung Jin-woo has like lost to 2 top-ranking guys plus his mount, which means that right now he doesn't have like his best cards, but he still has a lot of good cards. Basically, he has his 2 best warriors, which is Biru and Egress. Biru is protecting his family, which I'm fine with. Like, if Biru was in this fight, it'd be like those 2 are his strongest summons. So he basically, I love how the author just sent these away. Like, I love it how Sung Jin-woo just wanted. I bet if his family was there, he would have given Biru to protect like his best friend. But no, he gave his best warrior at the time to protect his best friend. Plus, I think that Egress still has the Demon King sword, so he could take down anybody who tried to fuck with him. Like, he just went there, gave him. I bet he's just going to give his best friend, Sung Jin-woo's best friend, to the hospital, and he's going to be on top of it. Like, the Wyvern's probably just going to be on the top of the building. But, oh, this is a good fucking chapter. I wish more chapters were like this. No, wait, Solo Leveling is great. This is a great series, and next chapter, my god, I love, like, the battle between the giants and all that. I loved it. I felt it was way too short, but I really liked it. I don't think Thomas is gonna die. I don't think it. I think he's going to make it to way later in the series. Like, this fight against Sung Jin-woo, many of these guys are gonna die, but I do think that Sung Jin-woo he's perfectly in his rights to be pissed. And I can agree with both sides. Thomas kinda has made things go a little bit too far, because he just went, his pride basically got really hurt, because Sung Jin-woo knew who he was and still didn't back down, which kind of pissed him off. And basically, this has basically ruined the chance for Sung Jin-woo, for America to get Sung Jin-woo, basically. I love this chapter, I love this series, and This is Web Manga. I am Agent Manga. Bye.